Somebody's got fresh eyeballs, but they look really wonky right now. A metal spider. It looked, I mean, am I wrong? It looked like...
No, it did. Like, it's truly something out of a horror film.
Welcome, and thank you for joining us here at the Teapot of Terror. We're your hosts. I'm Emily Newcomb.
And I'm Kat Glaze.
Let's get into it. Hey, girl.
Hi.
You want to talk some tea for our peeps?
Woo! My favorite part.
Literally, one of my favorite parts.
One of my favorite parts.
Of the two parts of this podcast, it's one of my favorite.
What you got?
So I actually have, this is a homemade blend from the Healing Wish Tea House. You can find their stuff. Their website is www.thehealingwishteahouse.com. This specific blend is called Fairies and Butterflies Herbal Tea, which just sounds magical. And I really love that for me.
I think you gifted this one to me.
I think this sounds like something I gifted you.
Yes, it really does.
But I love it. It's got the butterfly pea flower, dried rose petals, and jasmine, and it smells so fucking good. I usually put a little honey in it, but honestly, this is another one of those teas where I could do zero sweetener and it would be delicious. The other fun part about this, and I think you have a similar tea, I think we both rocked some butterfly pea flower today.
Yes, we do.
The most fun part about that for me is adding some lemon juice and watching it go from blue to purple.
It's so fun.
It's
like its own little science experiment.
Literally. So I'm like, if I'm doing an iced version of the tea, I'm throwing lemon in there and making it purple.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm just doing it hot, I might still throw some lemon in there. Who knows?
Who knows?
But that's what I'm rocking today, and it's so good.
One is a loose leaf tea.
Mm-hmm.
So typically I have like loose leaf tea bags. You can get those pretty much anywhere. You can order them online.
Mm-hmm.
But also if you've got, one of those little animal tea dunkers. I used to have a sloth that was super adorable, and he hung on the side of the cup. My niece has a dinosaur that's just like peeks its head over the top. It's so cute.
My partner and I have Mr. and Mrs. Manatee.
That's perfect.
They're so cute.
Oh my god.
I love them so much.
Did you ever watch VeggieTales growing up?
I had to. I was raised in the Catholic Church.
I was raised very fundamentalist,
right.
So yeah.
I was.
VeggieTales was part of the culture, but...
I thought you were going to say part of the cult, and I was going to say, it is.
That true.
It absolutely is.
That too. But every time I think of manatees, I'm always like, Barbara Manatee, you are the one for me.
I am obsessed with that. That's your manatee memory, and mine is more recent from Bob's Burgers, where Gene falls in love with a manatee puppet.
Correct. Oh my god, such good things.
Such good things surrounding manatees. And honestly, how very dare they say that I'm not allowed to touch them back? If a manatee grabs my leg and wants affection, how am I supposed to ignore it? I'm not going to ignore it.
If friend, why friend shaped?
Why friend shaped? Why is this a moving sea potato?
Literally.
I can't. What am I supposed to do? I love potatoes. It's gonna know. I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. I'm gonna be so real.
Solid.
Any Hooters, what kind of tea you got there, Kat?
Is this a horror podcast or what?
When it was.
It was. I absolutely have the Daily Beautifying Botanicals, and I don't know how official that is in terms of like beautifying, but I love the taste of this. This is blueberry lavender tea.
Oh yeah.
And it has collagen promoting blue butterfly pea flower.
We love to see her.
We love her. She's the best. She's the best science experiment. But I also, and again, I'm a little weird with my tea because I really like to add in oat milk to my tea. And the cool part about it is it turns it like this blue, hazy, creepy, purpley looking color.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. Although now I'm kind of like, do I put lemon in there too and then see what colors it turns?
I mean,
I don't know if I'll drink it that way.
And dairy at the same time. Perhaps not both of them together.
I'm a scientist, Emily.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. You go rock it out in the lab.
But this has some really good stuff in there. There's hibiscus, there's rosehip, there's bamboo. There's just some really delicious stuff in here. I enjoy it a lot. I highly recommend it. You can find this at Whole Foods. You can find this at Kroger or whatever your local You know,
Mhm.
grocery stores. This is very easily found.
Okay, cool.
You can also order it on Amazon if you are.
if you need to.
if
If you
you are
just simply
just
cannot be bothered to
yes.
go out, and I get it.
I live that life.
Right. I'm not proud of it, but I do recognize that I am part of it.
Absolutely. All right. Well, those are our tea recommendations for Insidious. And we will let you get back to the rest of the episode. We hope you enjoy it.
Okay, bye.
Oh man. So this episode, we wanted to talk to y'all about Insidious. We've
Mhm.
just started the series. We've only watched the first one, and we wanted to record this episode while it was still fresh in our brains.
I think, though, we need to be clear that we also are not watching this in chronological order. We are
Oh yeah, we're doing it by release date.
correct.
So we just realized that the release date is not in the story chronology.
Correct.
And is that how I should phrase that?
Yes,
I don't know. Yeah,
I'm
that sounds
here
right.
with you. We know what we mean.
Yeah.
We're watching it from the very first Insidious that ever Insidious.
Right. through the last one. Whereas I guess they go in a different story order. We'll probably do that too, because that's basically what we did with the whole Conjuring series.
We did. We
We
started
watched
with
that
the
and we
nun.
were like, hey, let's watch this storyline wise from the beginning.
And now that the Annabelle doll is actively killing people again,
Oh, we've got to talk about that at some point.
agreed.
Honestly, let's just like quickly dive into that, because I really have some strong feelings about that. It's very
Let's
brief,
go.
but this is my take. If it has been recorded and somebody's actual like words were, hey man, don't move this doll. Do not move this doll from the safe that she's in. It stays where it is. Why would you bother? Why would you do that? Why would you take
do
it
that?
to the most haunted place in America? Why would you do that? Why? She doesn't need to be in New Orleans. That's what she wanted you to do. New Orleans is beautiful and spooky without her. It did not need an Annabelle doll.
No. And then on top of it, you turned around and it killed somebody, and then somebody else bought it. And he's just like, yeah, that's fine.
Things we wouldn't do.
Never, not once.
Things you will never catch me doing.
Never, not once.
So yeah, that's our take on the Annabelle doll and what she's up to right now. We should follow that.
We really should. And also, I'm terrified of inviting that energy in because
Actually, no, you're so right. Let's just ignore it.
yeah, that's somebody else's problem.
Yeah,
there are enough
totally
problems in
somebody
the world
else's.
that I have anxiety about, and
Truly.
that can't be one of them.
Right. It just simply can't be me. That's somebody else's problem altogether, and it's not mine. It's not yours.
Here's my reality. If more news about that hits the news because somebody else has died, we'll talk about it again.
Oh, for sure. But I'm not going to actively. We're not going to actively follow that.
No.
Nor.
Because you have invited that on yourself. She was fine where she was. You could have left her alone.
Right. Rich people problems.
Rich people problems.
Anywho, so Insidious. First of all, jump scare wise, this movie has it in the bag. I leapt from my skin multiple times.
Even though there were a lot of jump scare moments, for me, there were a lot of what the fuck moments.
Oh, yeah. Which are sometimes equally as good. I feel like when I'm left going, what the fuck?
Some of them were really good what the fuck moments.
Yeah.
And towards the end, I got one of my what the fuck moments.
Right.
And I think you can actively see it on my face when I was looking back at the video of our Scream clips.
Yeah.
Just me literally going,
what?
What?
Why?
But we'll get there. We'll get there.
Something I will say that I really appreciated about this movie is that though it was a paranormal experience, they didn't have to resolve it with religion. They didn't resolve it with a Bible. They didn't resolve it with like straight up Catholicism, as a lot of these do. They really they were like, nope, we're gonna fix this with the help of a psychic and sure willpower. And I loved that.
And her nerdy little helpers.
Oh, her nerdy little helpers. They were so into it, and I love that for them. They were the weird, like, I guess they were supposed to be like the comedic relief, and we were just like, okay, guys, y'all are
just get it together.
Just get it together.
Your toxic masculinity is wildly showing right now. But it was still great.
Yeah.
I think the thing that I loved about this particular is up until the moment where I went, what the heck? I was like, this feels real. This feels like something that could actively be happening
Truly,
right now. Like,
truly, because even from the very beginning, just like this kid falls off a ladder in his attic and then slips into a coma, and that alone, that could have been the whole movie of just like this like we don't know why he's in a coma. He's just in a coma, and he's not showing signs of coming back. And just like the immediate, like the light switch going off of just like these people were having just like a normal ass life, and then they suddenly were not, literally overnight. And I just cannot fathom, like, that's terrifying to me.
And I think the way that they built the horror around this actively grieving family was also, I thought that was beautifully done. If we're going
Yes.
to talk about that, because I felt so awful for the mom, especially because
Yeah.
you know, she's watching her baby
Mm-hmm.
just, you know, waste away in front of her,
Right.
and she's doing everything she can to keep him alive,
While also trying to take care of her other two babies, one of them being an active baby.
an active infant. Yeah. And they did a beautiful job of that. And just, you know, what I did really love is that the mom and dad were on the same page for the most part.
Even when he didn't, like, I'm not going to say he didn't believe her, but you could tell that he was really struggling to understand where the hell she was coming from. But
Right.
in that moment, he was like, look, I may not understand it, but you are clearly experiencing something.
Right. He
and
didn't
it is
deny her
traumatizing
reality.
you. So
yeah.
we're going to fix this together.
I appreciated that, and it didn't follow the normal trope of you're crazy and I'm just
Right.
placating you, and it didn't turn into that, which I appreciated.
Right.
They kept the toxic masculinity for the nerds.
They did. That was so sweet. Keep it for the comedic relief.
It was wild.
And I think the other thing that creeped me out is that they tried to escape the terrors, and the terrors just followed. So they actively, like, here's the big thing. They start in this goddamn massive house.
It's huge.
It's huge. And this is I don't understand it. You're never going to catch me living in a house that big, specifically because horror movies. I'm tiny house living. Like,
the horror for me is like cleaning it.
Oh my God.
No, I don't want to do that.
Simply could not. No. Yeah, that alone. Absolutely not.
No.
But for me, I need to be able to like peek around the corner and see my whole fucking house. I need to be able to be like, what's here? Just me? Good. Great.
Or if I'm in the other room and something goes bang boom, I know exactly what that thing is, because
Correct.
I'm not guessing.
Right.
Like what's in my house, or like what active thing, because I have cats, okay? My cats go crazy at 2 and 3 in the morning, and if something goes bang boom, I need to be like, oh yeah, that was the kitchen chair. I'm fine. Go back to sleep.
I'm fine. Right.
Like,
it was just a cat. We're
it
good.
was just a cat.
Being a terror.
Yes.
Having that massive house, and then when shit starts going nuts, the first thing that starts going real wonky is their family, like their house alarm starts going off. That, I'm thinking about that and my skin is crawling right now, because that is again, that's another one of those real fears of like, you're sleeping peacefully and suddenly your alarm is going off of, oh shit, intruder alert. And then there's no intruder to be found, but the alarm keeps going off.
And the front door is wide the fuck open.
Oh, I didn't like that one bit. Oh my God. So creepy.
It's so funny how those like tiny little moments lead to the bigger moments.
Right.
Because those tiny moments of like, this isn't objectively horrifying, but it is just the next little,
like, something's off here. Something isn't right.
Yes.
And then the Renee, the wife, she starts seeing things basically out of the corner of her eye, and they're different apparitions. And she's seeing them, like, she goes to check on her baby, and there is just an apparition standing behind the crib, like, out, kind of distorted from view, because
what
there's
got
just, like,
me
a
about that
thing.
though is that the baby was screaming.
Oh,
the baby was
and
actively screaming, and so she races, not fast enough for me. You'll see it in our video clips where I'm like, why are you stopping? Why are you pausing? Run!
Run. She probably had to take a breath because the house is so big. She's having to run up 18 flights of stairs.
Which,
not really,
let's
but
not
basically.
let's not even get into the fact that her husband's a teacher. He's literally
How
like
the
a
hell?
high school teacher, and she is a stay-at-home mom, and they live in this ginormous house.
We're really, you can see it in the clips. We were really like, how did y'all afford this estate?
Mm-hmm.
Where in the budget are you paying for this mortgage? Where?
You meet his mom later, and it comes across. It's not explicitly said, but it comes across that she's just average means, normal.
Yeah. We're
Average
not
income.
trust fund babies here. Like,
right.
what?
And truly, just from the clothes that they wear, the way that they carry themselves, like they are just an average American family. However, when they move into their smaller home, which is they're just renting at that point, because I
Right.
assume they're going to try to sell the other home. It hasn't been
Right.
explicitly said either. I felt that house became more terrifying because of that fucking hallway
Yeah.
with the clock. Like, where did that clock come from? Why was it at the end of the hallway? Why did it have to be there?
Also, there was that I wonder if that was the same clock that was in the first house, because remember there was a clock in the first house too.
You're right.
I don't know if that was on purpose, but it being at the end of that long hallway, and I like to call those hallways murder hallways.
They are murder
because they're too long, they're always too dark, and there's
Mhm.
always too many doors for things to pop out at you.
Agreed.
So murder hallway.
Murder hallway.
And it was a smaller footprint of a house, but it did not make it any less terrifying.
No, because it had more like turns and corners, but especially the view into the boys' room
Yes.
was like this catty corner view from the edge of the hallway. And it was like you could only see at an angle into the bedroom, which only left you like the end of his bed.
Right.
Until you open the door. And then terrifying things obviously came out because horror. But
because horror, right. That was the other thing, is so much of the jump scares, so many of the things that were so scary were happening in daylight. Like, they didn't even wait for it to get to night before shit started going bump, bump. Like, it was so scary.
And don't ask me why that, for some reason, made my skin crawl more.
Right. Being haunted in the daytime in your own home.
And the little Victorian boy that kept, like, popping out amongst things.
Oh, that music. That tiptoe through the tulips has never, ever sounded so creepy.
It was. And honestly, this is where this originated from in everybody's recent memory. This is the pop culture reference to it.
100%.
But you got to remember, homeschooled me had no idea that this is where this came from. So when that started playing, I was like,
yeah. And oh yeah, it was. That got me so hard. I was like, not this, not on the vinyl. Are you not in the broad daylight? No.
And then he changed the vinyl.
God, sometimes we just gotta have to take a big sigh about it, because it was a lot. I enjoyed the fuck out of this movie. And I think, so like all the daytime scares, so scary. And then we actually do get into the nighttime scares, and they are absolutely horrifying. We come to find out that there is one specific demon, essentially, that is trying to take hold of this little boy's body because he's comatose, which is not really comatose. He's literally astral projecting, which is its own wild adventure. So this kid has accidentally wandered off into a different dimension and has left his body vacant.
Into the tulips, if you will.
He's tiptoed into the tulips a bit too far. And now he's in what this psychic calls the Further, which is basically this purgatory holding station for all of these like tormented souls. So this one demon is like, I want in. I'm gonna get into that kid's body, which that sounds awful, but that's like literally exactly what is.
Yeah, they're trying to use him as a conduit to get into the real world.
But there's also a slew of other tormented souls who have picked up the scent, if you will, and are now starting to kind of close in on this family.
Right.
So when push comes to shove, his dad, we come to find out his dad also can astral project. And he's like, all right, it's got to be me. I'm going to go into the Further and find my kid and bring him back. And oh my God, it's just like the entire journey of what the dad is going through in this other realm versus what is happening at the same time in real life outside in reality. It's just terrifying, and these things start to converge into the same place, and it's just like you get to the end and you feel like you're in a marathon, like you are trying to run as fast as you can to the end line because you're being chased. That's what, as the watcher, I felt like I was being chased
actively. And here's the thing about that too, is because those moments were essentially sandwiched into what was supposed to be the pinnacle moment where we get to see this demon for the first time. That was the redeeming factor for me, because we had this horror on the front and horror on the end. The moment we see the demon, however, is the moment where my brain went, what the fuck? That's what we're fighting? Oh.
Which, okay, to be fair, the demon was scary, but my first response was, wait, is that Darth Maul?
Literally,
because he is the red-faced demon, like that's what they call him. But when we see him, the first time we see him, it's like a jump scare, because he's just standing creepily halfway behind the dad, and we see his face, and we're just like, wait a second, what? Like,
right,
he's creepy, but there's also
you're initially jump scared by the fact that he's there at all,
right?
But then once you process, like,
what you actually see, what you're
clearly a mask, and what is clearly, like, it looks
face paint,
terrible, in my opinion. It just didn't look terrifying. It was just kind of like,
the concept of him was scarier than the actual image of him.
Correct. The concept was more terrifying. And honestly, like, his makeup was incredible and all of that, but that's what I expected to see at, like, dark hour. That would have terrified me at dark hour.
And it did.
And it did.
And it did.
And it actively did, but that was in the dark.
Right.
Like, I didn't expect in a movie for him to look like a character out of a haunted house.
Right.
That was my issue. However, when they got away from focusing on his face, and it just became like he's scrambling on the floor and he's chasing after you.
His movements,
then the terror then the terror increased, and you were like, okay, I'm back in it.
He's just like hanging out like Spider-Man on the ceiling while this old woman is like unblinkingly looking at him and trying to describe him so that somebody else can draw him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was rough. I'm not gonna lie.
Real rough.
Yeah, because that was ick. But you know, everybody gets back from the astral plane, and we think all is well, and then all is not well.
Of course not. There would not be more Insidious if this did not occur, and boy howdy. I don't think, and honestly, the thing that made the ending the most creepy was, I think we both suspected that not all was well, but I don't think we suspected how it was not well.
Right.
It got me.
Yeah.
Because then all of a sudden, he was strangling the dad, was now...
Yeah. Ultimately, the dad gets back from the astral realm, or so we think, and it's not dad. It is somebody else, and it's somebody else who's been haunting him since he was a kid, apparently, and it's so goddamn creepy.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how we end it. That's literally, the movie ends with us being like, uh-oh, dad's not dad. Where? That means, is dad still in the further? I guess so. So I'm actually really excited to watch these next Insidious, because I'm trying to figure out who's gonna go get dad back, if the only ones who can do it are dad and little baby Dalton.
Oh, F.
Is Dalton going back into the further?
No, that baby.
Pay me as a kid. No.
That baby was already, he spent like what, almost 9 months in the further? No. He's good.
Yeah,
he's done his time.
He's done his time, right? He's probably hasn't slept since, honestly.
And I say this as A, not his mother, and also B, I don't know what happens in the next movie.
Couldn't tell you. You'll have to stay tuned. But yeah, that was good. I really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. Honestly, top to bottom, that was a 9 out of 10 for me.
Oh yeah. So if that's something you want to watch, I highly recommend it, and I want to hear your thoughts. And if you are absolutely not into that and you don't want to watch it, we did it for you.
We did it
no
for
worries.
you. You get to watch our screen clips and laugh at us, and you get to listen to this podcast and, be like, hell nah.
Right.
So yeah, that's our public service to you.
Absolutely.
Send us your horror suggestions, personal spooky stories, and of course, tea recommendations to our Instagram @Teapot of Terror, or to our email at teapotofterror25, that's 25, @gmail.com.